Welcome to the Leverage Show. This is Brett Ingram. I want to share with you a simple way, really cool way to get more customers into your business absolutely free. Now, in the business that I'm in, I've spent a lot of time trying to find different ways to grow a customer base and to determine what things work and what things don't. And one of the advantages that I have is the business that I have is all internet based. And so the great thing about that is that I can test things and get feedback on them really, really fast and see what works and what doesn't. Now, in order to understand what I'm about to share with you and to really see the impact of this and why it's going to be so successful and effective for you, it's important to understand a shift that's gone on in the general marketplace in terms of people's buying behavior. The way people make purchases now is different than it ever was. Instead of just going down to the retail store and sort of selecting what they want off the shelf and taking it, now most purchases, especially online purchases, people are relying on advice. People are relying on information from other people. And this is a function of two things. One, we have so many more choices than we ever did. I mean, there's 87 different kinds of bread, let alone, gadgets and other stuff that we want to buy. There's so much stuff for us to get that every time we have to make a purchase, whether it's, a contractor to do a job for us or, whether it's a particular device or gadget that we want to buy, we need some way to make a decision. We need some way to differentiate between what's good and what's bad. I mean, if you just look at price or you just look at brand, that doesn't always work. Sometimes you need to be able to know a little bit more about it. So what happens is a lot of people are really into reviews. They really like to read reviews on products. I know for me, sometimes I'll go to the store, and even if it's something that I can actually touch and experience myself, I still will sort of reinforce that. Actually a great example of this is I just got the brand new Galaxy S7 phone. And before I actually bought it, because I was deciding between the iPhone and the Galaxy S7, I went on and I read some reviews because I wanted to make sure if people were complaining about it, then I would read to see what the complaints are. If those are complaints that I don't care about, then that's fine. But if they're complaints that I would be complaining about too, then it might be a product I don't want to buy. And so, we all do it. We look at reviews, we look at other things. So here's how you turn that in your favor. And here's a very easy way to start to generate more sales. When you understand what I just shared with you, then you understand that no matter how many customers you have, you also have a lot of prospects. And some of those prospects are not buying from you right now. Some of those prospects are on the fence. They're considering it. They're not sure. They might, they're not, they might not. So they're evaluating their options. And those are customers that they may be visible or invisible to you. If you're not aware of how many prospects you have, you may never even know that you've had all these other people that were interested in your product or service that maybe just never contact you in person. Some people, if you put a phone number on your website or in the phone book or whatever, will call you right up and ask you a bunch of questions. But a lot of people will not. A lot of people will see what they can find out about you online. And if they can't find what they need, but they can find it about a competing product, they're more likely, or service, they're more likely to go with them. And so this is a really important way to do it. So what you want to do is with any existing customers that you have, when you service any of those customers, ship their order, talk to them on the phone, whether it's in person, face-to-face, deliver their goods, whatever you're doing, whatever interaction you have with that customer, you want to ask them if they'd be willing to give you, either like a quick video testimonial or a 2-sentence testimonial in writing that you could use with their image. You never share their complete name for anonymity reasons. So you don't give out their last name, but you could say, John D from, Arkansas or whatever, as sort of the name of the testimonial to give it some authenticity so people know that it's real. But if they will give you either like 2 or 3 sentences about what they liked about your product or service, or if they'll give you, even on their own cell phone now, everybody can shoot their own little selfie video. They could do a quick little video promo and they can even upload it to YouTube and you can grab it from there. Now, if you don't get to personally interact with your customer, you can send a little postcard in with their order if it's something that's being shipped to their house. And in that way, you can still reach out to them in that way. You know, whatever way you're going to communicate with them to deliver the order, you want to ask them this question and give them a way to do it. So you can give them a website, you can give them instructions, but you want to ask them for it, and you want to give them specific instructions on how to do it. And then here's what you do. Now, it's important to understand, not everyone's going to do this. Even if they have a great experience with your product, not everybody's going to do it. But what you ask them is, you know, a 2-minute video, you know, or 1 or 2 minute video, or 2 or 3 lines of text would be great. You can use their image if you're using text. You can use their video, obviously has their face. You ask them to speak into the camera and talk about their experience. The more specific they can get, the better it is for you. If it's, hey, Bob's Lawnmower Service is the best, and that's it, it's better than nothing. But what you'd rather have is, you know what? I used to mow my own lawn for 15 years. And, you know, I was always frustrated. It never looked the way I wanted. I heard Bob's Lawnmower Service. They came out. They were here right on time when they said they would. They mowed my grass. And I have to tell you, my lawn has never looked better or healthier in the entire time we lived in our house. If they give you testimonials like that, that's got a lot more punch. But regardless, what you're going to do then is you're going to create a page, assumingly on your website. But again, if you don't have a website, this still applies. You can create a printout. You can create a flyer that you send out with all your orders if people are not doing it by website. Or you could put them on a computer if you have salespeople that are going out and meeting with clients face to face, and you could say to them, hey, listen, you know, here's what some of our other customers had to say. So regardless of how you deploy it, the idea is you collect these testimonials, and you do this as an ongoing thing. Now, the first, 6 to 8 of them are the most important if you're starting with none, because you want to get those in there. And then as they come in, you want to start putting the newer ones toward the top, because any person who's been back to your site or sees your testimonials pitch or flyer again is going to realize, wow, there's new ones here. It's not the same old recycled ones that they had before. And here's where this comes in handy for you. When you have that on your website and somebody is browsing and they're trying to decide whether to go with you or a competitor, the thing of it is, if the competitor just has a bunch of a sales pitch and information about their product and service, and you have the same stuff, but now you got all these customers saying, oh, their service is the great, their product is the best, all these other things, who do you think that they're going to buy through? Of course, they're going to buy through you. And the reason for that is social proof. Social proof is such a powerful force in marketing and sales today because people are skeptical. People, know that they have too many options. They don't have time to evaluate them all themselves, so they have to rely on other people. And your own sales copy, no offense, it applies to me too, isn't, going to be exactly trustworthy to them because you're trying to make a sale. It's the same thing with me. I know that they're going to somewhat trust what I believe, but they're also going to be skeptical because I'm the sales guy. I'm the one who stands to make money if they use my service. Of course, I'm going to say my service is great. When other people that have done business with you are saying it, that vouches for a lot of authority. And this is a really powerful technique, and it's totally free. If you just get in the habit of asking all of your customers to do this, even if 3, 4, 5% of them do it, you're going to be able to collect those testimonials. And what it's going to do is it's going to convert people that were on the fence, and you're going to get more customers out of that because of the fact that you may not even know that was the reason. But if you start asking people, oh, so what made you pick our service? What you'll start to find is they'll say, well, your prices were similar to Company Z, but then I noticed like all the customers that had great experiences, so I thought I'd give you guys a try. And you will be amazed how powerful this is. That's why Amazon reviews sell products. That's why reviews, on Yelp about businesses sell products. That's why Angie's List and these other sites have cropped up, because it's a social proof concept where you're getting a lot of data about a particular company or service or product before you take action with it from other people that have used it. That's a lot more powerful than any sort of jazzy ad or graphics or whatever else that you can do. So that's something that you want to take to heart. You know, it's funny because I was at a trip this last weekend, and when I went on the trip, the limo driver had said to me, you know, how can I grow my customer base? You know, and I had looked at their website because I found them online, and I told him exactly the same thing. I said, listen, this is the way that you do it, particularly if you're offering a service. If you have a painting service, show before and after photos of products you've done. If you're a hairdresser, before and after photos. If you combine photos or videos like that with, you know, proof of the job that you do, and you have testimonial videos, you're going to knock it out of the park. People are going to trust you right away. You're going to be amazed by how much more business you get and how much more referral business you get also. And I do recommend that no matter how you set those up on your website, all the videos, you upload them to YouTube on purpose, because you're going to get free traffic and you're going to get visitors coming to you through those videos. Just make sure you put your company name in the video title, along with, like, you know, testimonial or service is great or whatever else. So that is a fantastic way to build your business and get extra customers for absolutely zero cost and just a couple of extra minutes of work. It's absolutely easy and super powerful, and it's something that's evergreen, so it will work for you today, tomorrow, and years into the future, if people can trust your service and know how good it is from other people. If you have any questions or comments, please share them with me at leverigeshow.com. And until next time, make it happen.